Hello, my name is Jim Olson, and today I'm going to talk a little bit about deep and deliberate breathing practices. Why is this an important thing? Well, oftentimes we'll now hear in the medical community or in the fitness industry how it's important to get more oxygen into the bloodstream. And this is true, this is very important, but there are so many other benefits that happen along with this that it's worth discussing in a bit more detail. Throughout the average day, we breathe anywhere from 12 to 18 breaths per minute. This is considered somewhat of a stressful rate. If we can just take a little focus and concentration and try to drop that breathing per minute down to about 10, we start to activate the parasympathetic nervous system. Why is that important? Well, that's the part of the body that either tells us that we should engage in fight or flight, or we should be resting and digesting. Obviously, the resting and digesting is going to be less stressful on the body. So what will happen is if we can lower the breaths, again, below 10 breaths per minute, we can engage that part of the nervous system that starts to make our body regenerate, heal, and in general start to release different chemicals into the bloodstream that are more beneficial than detrimental to our bloodstream. So if we're constantly releasing cortisol and adrenaline into the bloodstream, that starts to wreak havoc on all the different organs. If we start to be releasing chemicals that are more positive for the body, which we have dopamine, oxytocin, serotonin, and endorphins, those four chemicals, which make up the acronym of DOSE, like a dose of medicine, can actually start to relieve stress and tension and to reverse the stress out in the body and the organ. How do we accomplish this? Throughout the day, it's kind of hard just to sit there and say, okay, I'm going to breathe deep all day long. So what we can try to do is throughout the day, spend a minute or two, 3, 4, 5 minutes at a time, just trying to get into a deep breathing rhythm. So what I'm going to suggest is we try a breathing exercise, and this kind of gets you into the ballpark of where you should be trying to breathe more so on a regular basis. So if we were to take about 4 seconds to inhale, and then 4 seconds to exhale, that right away drops our breaths per minute down to about 7.5. So we have to try to move away from the thought that we're just breathing deep because it's a good thing to do, and start to understand that there's other things that are happening that affect our body on a much deeper level. So that's today's talk. Hope you enjoyed it. Take care and be well.